I'm Nicole Brown, and I'm outside of the Lila D Bunch Library, where they've recently renovated the lobby and added the Frederick Hart Museum.
Really and truly, I would say that the story started in 2004. Frederick Hart had passed away 5 years earlier, and Belmont hosted the largest exhibition of his work up to that point. His widow, Lindy, started thinking that she really wanted to recreate his studio, and she wanted to be able to keep his memory alive that way.
The Frederick Hart Studio Museum opened its doors at the end of March. The museum includes sculptures and other personal artifacts from Hart's studio.
So the museum here in the library is a complete recreation of his studio as faithfully as we can get it, using photos that were taken shortly after his death and the visual eyes of his friends and family members. We've worked to recreate that studio as thoroughly as possible so that when you as the visitor comes in, you get this experience of who he was.
Inside the museum, visitors can find everything from unfinished clay workings to large sculptures and plaster models of Hart's most famous works.
Easily the most notable work for Frederick Hart is Ex Nihilo, which he completed for the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. in the mid-1970s.
The museum also includes the plaster models of Jimmy Carter's statue for his presidential library in The Three Soldiers, which can be found at the Vietnam Memorial in D.C. But the museum isn't the only new addition to the library. The construction created an opportunity for another part of the library to be revamped, said Sue Mazzaros, the Director of Library Services.
The addition of the Hart Studio, a lobby renovation has happened, and we've added 49 seats to the library.
Mazzaros wants people to see the library in a new way.
And I think there's this shift now to a library is not a space for books, it's not a warehouse, it's a space for people.
For VNN, I'm Nicole Brown.